Okay, I'm Nigel Warburton, and I'm here to talk about my book, Free Speech, A Very Short Introduction. Now, I was inspired to write that book by the case of the Danish cartoons, if you remember the dozen cartoons which were published a few years back and provoked a huge outburst amongst the Muslim community. And I didn't really know how I could defend free speech, so given the opportunity to write this book, I used it as a way of clarifying my thought. And the whole purpose of it really is to understand whether Voltaire's famous pronouncement that I despise what you say but I defend to the death your right to say it, whether that saying really has any legs in the 21st century. Obviously free speech is one of the issues of our day, but for me the classic statement of why free speech is a good thing, or at least why extensive free speech is a good thing, was given by John Stuart Mill in his little book On Liberty, which was first published 150 years ago. And I take quite a lot of time in the book going through some of the key arguments there. For me, the key argument, though, the outstanding argument, is the one about whether, if you hold a belief, you can actually defend that belief if it's not challenged. So for Mill, he believed that if you cannot hear the other side from somebody who really believes it, perhaps in an almost offensive way or an actual offensive pronouncement of that way, you hold that belief as a dead dogma. That is, you only hold it as a creed, you don't really hold it as a living belief. So I wanted to try and transpose that view and see if it will actually hold in the age of the internet. And some of the topics I discuss are pornography, one of the difficult ones to discuss for anybody, also Holocaust denial, clearly cases of blasphemy, but also less obvious things like the limits of free speech in relation to copyright law. A lot of people don't think about that as a free speech issue, but actually the laws of copyright stop you saying some of the things you might otherwise want to say. So in a nutshell, what my book is about is where we can draw the line in relation to free speech, because nobody wants complete freedom of speech, even if they think they do.